with the Tennessee Titans.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Derrick Henry.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
First down, Titans.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards the pick up there.
Nice play on the ball by A.J. Brown, and he comes up with the reception. He had a terrific 2019 as a rookie. The first one since 1970 to go over 1,000 yards receiving and average over 20 yards per catch.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown.
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown there to make the grab. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And this is good. Our score, 7-0, Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Broncos nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The first carry is a Bronco for the longtime Charger. It's Melvin Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
2-yard line. 2 yards.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On first down, Locke sets up the screen to Gordon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
1st and 10 at the 40.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock, there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Ball carrier.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A toss right to Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football.
1st down.
I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
1st down, Titans.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Alexander Johnson. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Danico Autry is in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Throwing his lock on third down. Escaping the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Credit the sack to Von Miller. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
3rd and 14.
Here's Tannehill. Open man is Trey Burton. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Locke. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there. A first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
You know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter. But being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. On first down, Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
The Titans first down.
On first and 10, Tannehill. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll toss it to Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's first and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this time he is in. Yes. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Titans have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
It leads to second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Throwing again. Lock. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. Third down here.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. A final shot before half for Locke. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Locke working out of the gun. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They begin with Henry, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
On 2nd down and 4, Tannehill. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead.
For the extra.
Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
5-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Amani Hooker. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him run through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Josh Reynolds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Henry. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
At the 1-yard line.
Tucker McCann out now for the Titans field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. McCann's kick up and good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision. Let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tim Patrick, 63 yards. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
Brandon McManus to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Henry. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
A gain of a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Over the middle here to Brown. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 6 there on first. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Titans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now left side on the swing pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Lock. This is the tight end fan. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Lock. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
30. 47 the mark, boy. 47. Check. 47.
The Titans go victory formation down to a knee. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And they'll indeed take a knee. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like 1 time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long.